Good. It's early. It's nice out. The snow's melting. I can't complain, so I'm pretty happy. How are you? Good stuff. Are you finished all your like Christmas shopping and stuff? Ready for the holidays? As ready as you can be? It's okay. It's only the beginning of December. You're still good. You got lots of time. Lots and lots of time. Unless you hate people, then you don't have time because there's lots of people going out to the malls right away. So I'm not very well versed in the world of Warcraft, but that is okay because I watch you play. And it's been a while since I've seen anything Warcraft. I remember when I was younger, I used to just like imitate the orcs as my brothers were playing and just be annoying right next to them. Like, "Ur, ur," right?
Ishnuala. Farewell. My mana is low.
And it's like, you know what? We don't feel like working properly. Why would we do that? What happens on the Fridays and Mondays? Equipment's like, nope, nope, not happening. Not doing this. Not doing that. was told that Mondays and Fridays are the days you should never buy a car.
I need more mana.
I was told Fridays. Sorry, go ahead. I was told Fridays, Mondays and Fridays, they just want to get the hell out of the office, right? So anything that you're telling them that you want might be missed. And there are certain things that, if you're trying to get your car repaired, it might be missed as well. So be careful about that. And then on Mondays, it's just because they're all swamped with everything for the weekend. Mondays and Fridays, if it's important, do it between those days. Oh. I didn't even think about that.
It's too far away.
That is smart. Speaking of car stories, the funniest thing that happened, I might be the only person that actually bought a car without test driving it. I've done this before.
I'm listening. Go in peace. Good luck, friend. May the stars guide you. Den Madrid.
I cut it again, didn't I? Sorry. I don't even know where I got to. But anyways, this TSX, it was a 2009, and I bought it off the lot, and when I went to go return it so that I can trade it in for a different car, they told me my car was worth less than $5,000 because someone stole the car while it was on the lot, and they smashed it up. They didn't even leave the Honda lot, and then they ditched the car. So I had zero info. Anita, good job.
Farewell.
Y'all, I'm out here making all the mistakes so that you guys don't have to. Exactly. Taking a lot of the really shitty ones for the team. Don't do it, guys. First-hand experience. Don't give your money away to strangers without verification sites. Okay? Don't be buying sneakers like that and giving your money away. Don't be fucked up out here buying cars and shit the same way.
I need more mana.
Yeah. But okay, so I've noticed that if you're poor, it's really hard to do anything because if you're they're struggling, you know, and you want to go test drive a car, they're kind of like, ugh, you can't afford this car that you want to test drive. And you're like, I just look like shit because I just came from work. Exactly. So like remember when my dad's very modest. You know how Asians are, right? They don't throw away T-shirts and stuff. They're like old. It's like washed to the point where it's so thin, it's paper thin, you can see through it, and you're like, you should throw that shirt out. Your parents are like, no, it's still good, right? And you're like, no. Anyways, my dad's like that. Well, it fits. Right? Like, there's no holes. It looks pretty new. We're not throwing that out. So my dad walked into a dealership, and same thing. I think he went to BMW, and nobody talked to him. Nobody helped him. And my dad was the type of person like he doesn't like debt, so he'll go in and he'll just so he walked into BMW, and no one helped him, and he was so mad. And my dad's like, fuck this shit. Like, these rich people, like, just because I don't look like I have money doesn't mean I don't have money. They should be worried about the people that look hard. My dad was so mad. He went on this whole rant. Dad, it's okay. Like, just don't do yourself.
Alright. Anita will be back momentarily. Yeah, thank you, good Paul. Yeah, I just fixed it. Today has been a difficult morning from the tech perspective of things. Also not entirely sure why Anita keeps dropping. Not sure if it's her or me.
Not enough mana.
Okay. Fair enough. Well, she will be back in a minute. Okey-doke. Alright, we're just killing boars, waiting for Anita to come back to finish her story. It's mail. Man, I don't remember last time I was in this area. Or just on Teldrassil. Ever since they set it on fire, it's been me hanging out somewhere else. Come on.
You're working now?
Yes, welcome back.
Because I can't hear you.
Can you hear me? Anita? Anita? Can you hear me? Doesn't seem like it. Hello?
No?
Does not seem like it.
Why is it no better?
It's just one of those days. With the end of the year, I know.
Okay.
I don't really want to go to the cavern yet. We're going up in the tree. Anita. Thank you for reporting. Click here to read 10 messages, huh? Well, I guess I reported a bunch of people.
Greetings.
Oh,
How may I help? Farewell.
southwest. Leather boots. Can't use this bracer. What's this cloth? Yeah, 3, 8, may as well. 3, 3.
Ishnu del Diab.
Ishnu del Diab indeed, my friend.
Del Navis.
Ah, the days of walking everywhere on foot. And come to think of it, I haven't seen this map before it was fucked over by Deathwing in the longest time. Here you are. I think the
Greetings.
trainer should be. Oh, he is the trainer.
Go in peace. Peace be with you.
Mark of the Wild, please and thank you.
Good
Level
luck,
4.
friend.
Balance of Nature. Cave in the north. It's also cave in the north. Dryad, I think she's also in the cave north of here. Why did I report all these people? And why did they all come through at once?
What brings you here?
Welcome back! Yeah, me either, to be honest with you.
May the stars
Bye.
guide you.
Let's see. Yeah, have you had the chance to talk to your ISP?
No, everything seems fine. Like, when I'm not trying to go through this with you guys, everything's fine. Like, it doesn't cut out, it doesn't anything.
Did you recently maybe like updated your firewall or something?
I don't think so. Unless Surfshark does shit like this, then maybe.
Whose idea was it to call an ISP Surfshark? Like, I get it, surfing the interwebs, but still.
Oh no, Surfshark is a VPN.
Oh, okay.
We are with, remember, Tech Savvy.
Oh, tech savvy is even worse. You're right.
It's the
The
ones
highest
that you
one.
never go with. They don't sound savvy at all.
Yeah, they don't seem to have a firm grasp on
I'm
things.
listening. Farewell.
So here's a better question for you. Do you have any holiday traditions that you usually go through with family?
Oh, that's a great question. We just finished baking a batch of cookies and ate it. So there's another one waiting to be thrown in the oven. We also made.
What kind
Oh, hear me out. It's like shortbread with pistachio and cranberries.
Oh, okay. Shortbread with pistachio sounds good. I don't like cranberries, so like I'm gonna be like, ew.
I get it. I get it.
But the rest sounds good.
You ever had the white chocolate macadamia?
Yes.
Yeah. You know how
I've
the
had the cookie.
you know how the texture of the macadamia just goes really well with the texture of the cookie?
Yeah.
Yeah, it works about the same way for pistachios.
Pistachio.
I'm curious why people don't put pistachios in cookies more often. Is it the price?
So I think it's because with pistachios you have to flavor it a little bit more because pistachios by themselves don't really taste like anything. Like they have to be salted or they have to be something, or else they don't really taste like anything. Have you had pistachio ice cream?
Yes, yes.
Like it's like eating something where you're about to get like a full flavor profile, but you never really get there.
It's just
What I think
it's
pistachio
just
ice
sweet with a hint of pistachios. You're right. Oh my god, she dropped again. I'm so sorry. It's so funny. Oh no. Oh no.
Good luck, friend.
Well, that's what she gets for ragging on pistachio ice cream. Well, she'll be back here in a moment. I think Dryad is by the...
I wonder if it's like a memory thing.
Crack open your task manager and see performance. Is your RAM just at capacity?
No, it actually doesn't look like it.
Hmm. Well, it's something we'll have to troubleshoot
Yeah.
on
I
Monday.
think so. Is that why? Apparently I have 15 Edge.
Ah,
How? Nobody knows.
because it's Microsoft Edge. It does whatever the hell it wants.
Yeah, like I don't even use Edge and I don't know how it opened up 12 tabs, so yay that.
Oh, you were ragging on pistachio ice cream.
Yeah, because that shit doesn't taste like anything, right? So
Listen,
it's
a
like
good
eating something
pistachio
that
ice
you're
cream.
about to get like, it's like you're about to get like that full flavor and you never get there. It's just like you keep eating, you're like, yeah, almost there. Maybe like taking a big mouthful. No, same flavor.
I don't know. This is kind of upsetting.
Like, maybe if they added a little bit more sugar. The one I ate wasn't even sweet. It straight up tasted like pistachio. Like cold pistachio. Like there was nothing else to it.
Just somebody left pistachios in the fridge for a while. Have you ever had do you guys have Cold Stone Creamery?
What's that? We don't.
Okay. Alright. You must have seen one of those videos where they have a very cold surface and they pour cream over top of it and like strawberries and then they mush it all together with scrapers. Yeah, that.
Okay, so that looks good because I see them like roll that ice cream out and I'm like, I'm like, it looks good.
Yeah, but it like takes too long. Doesn't take. I don't think it takes that long at Cold Stone Creamery, but I got one at a fair and I waited for like way too long just to get it. It was kind of cool to watch the guy do it, but like still, I just want my ice cream.
Well, that's fair. Yeah, it looks like something new, something fun. They eat ice cream. I've seen them do it with like floats. I think I watched a lady pour like Coke, like Coca-Cola, and then she threw some ice cream in it, and then she chopped it up and stuff. That looked good. We should have like a root beer float. That was.
I had a friend visit the United States from Germany, and he visited. I was in Florida, and I think he visited like Las Vegas or California.
Mhm.
And he was asking for like a quintessential way to experience United States, and I told him I'd get back to him because I already sent him to a gun range.
That is correct.
So I told him that the quintessential way to experience the United States is to go to a fair if there is one in your vicinity, and have a root beer float with like corn dogs and a turkey leg.
Yes. Or if he was in Vegas, like the burgers and tanks. How much more American do you get than that?
No, that's fair. Have you ever had TGI Fridays? Oh no. I'm gonna say she hasn't. Well, it's a very confusing format for her to leave and come back like this. But
I know. Like, hi, I'm gonna talk about TGI Fridays now. They're like, no, Anita, we want to stop.
yeah, you don't get to talk smack about TGI Fridays the same way you talked about pistachio ice cream.
So, TGI Fridays, I've only ever had it once. I think I was in Vancouver, and this was when I was in grade 12, so this is like brand new, I barely remember it.
Yeah, because I was gonna say maybe we are the reason TGI Fridays is dying, because I don't think I've been, and every time I look at their menu on like DoorDash or Uber Eats, it's just too expensive to justify.
I don't even know what's that TGI. You're making me want to look at a menu right now, so.
A little bit of everything, nothing particularly. They have this thing that I wanted to order, but there's no point ordering it online. Because when you're in the restaurant, they would bring out this skewer with like 5 different burgers on it.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, but like if you're door dashing it, they're not gonna give you the skewer, you're just getting 5 burgers.
Presentation is quite important.
Yeah. Oh, come on. But skewers just might be the best way to serve food, both presentation and just utility.
Honestly, I think kids have the most fun eating skewers and stuff too, because my kid, if you serve a bunch of stuff on like a stick, they'll be like, ooh, I want to eat it. Doesn't matter what, still come and try it. There's on a plate, five eyes the food. It's like, ooh. Like, ew, what's that? Like, what's it made of? Like, bro, it's beef. He's like,
You made this?
like, why does it smell weird? I'm like, dude, it's just cooked.
Listen,
I don't know
I'm
what to
not.
tell you.
Listen,
Eat it or don't.
yeah. Listen, I made breakfast and I'm not ready for the psychic assault at like 9 in the morning.
Like, I'm not dealing with you in the morning. I can't.
Listen, I'm all for it. Children, they yearn for the minds. If you ask me.
Oh no. They just challenge your patience and your mental state on a daily.
Yeah.
That's what we do. So parents, congratulations. If you guys haven't been broken by your kids yet, props to you because, oh man.
Props to you.
Keeping your sanity this time, right? Parents. And now, even during the Christmas season, some more props to you.
No, especially
Keeping your
during the
sanity.
Christmas season, yeah.
Oh, like the Christmas list that kids send. Oh my goodness! Like my kid was like, "Mom, I want this." Oh, I can have a list. Yeah, give me a Christmas list. And he was like, "I didn't know I could have a list." And I was like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa! Like whatever you're putting on it doesn't mean I'm gonna buy everything on your list." Okay, like, let's be real here. Because you know they're gonna ask for big ticket items, they're gonna ask for like usual, and then there's usually like the they want. Right after the season, look at all these bought all these kids, and you're like, they're not gonna look at this in 2 weeks. Why are we buying this?
Yeah, that's fair.
So I donate everything this year. Like instead of getting more trinkets and just stuff just to like hoard, I'd prefer to probably just donate. Like anything that's coming to me as a gift, I don't really need it, right? And the things that we can buy for people. So anything.
Oh, did she drop again? Yeah. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Oh. Tens in the Grove, southwest. Oh, I gotta go kill Growls for her. Okay, makes sense. Shadow. Oh, I could really use a different staff. She'll be back any moment, you guys. We'll get to listen to the rest of the story here in a moment.
assist you?
Stay tuned.
Goodbye.
Come on, you piece. We're offering a bunch of stuff. She swears that she's
Basha
back.
fella.
Straight up, not yet. Caught in 4K, she's not actually back. But she'll be back. She always comes back. But it's super weird because I also don't. I've been having incredible issues with my tech for no particular reason whatsoever. And I don't even know how to fix it. Welcome back.
Thank you.
I am
No, I'm like, I feel like I'm the magic man.
farewell.
Now you see.
Now you
Now
don't.
you don't.
It's very mysterious and shit, so.
Oh, this reminds me of that movie. What's that movie called? Time Traveler's Wife. Remember the dude? He just like disappears out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, except I'm not doing it in a very cool fashion. I'm like the shitty version of it. I'm like, hi, I'm your host. Just kidding.
I'll see you in a bit. When? I don't know.
Don't worry, give it some time. I'll come back.
Whew.
So, do you have any leaks for us?
What is nature's call?
You know, every time I harass you for leaks, you're like, nay, I'm not gonna. And I'm like, I'm for the people, give us leaks. And you're like,
Well, let's see. How about How about I tell you? I don't actually have a leak. I was trying to come up with some clever to say, but I don't have anything.
That's pretty charging.
That's you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'd say I'm sure.
Okay. After again next week, right?
Yeah, more leaks coming soon.
Give us something that we haven't heard yet.
What you haven't heard yet? Well, you already heard about pistachio ice cream apparently being the worst.
Like rolled, where it looks like a log.
Yep.
It's like swirly with cream inside. They should make a pistachio one like that.
Oh, have you? That was a while ago, but I found Cosmic Brownies ice cream. How does that sound? You never had Cosmic Brownies?
No.
Oh my god. What are you guys even doing up there?
We're Canada, so we have anything that's fun that does not exist here. If it's healthy, it's probably
That makes sense. It's probably all like high fructose corn syrup. The mana management game in Classic, I totally forgot about how difficult that is. Having no mana at all times. Are you still with me? No? Oh, Crypto Pheasant said they do have Cosmic Brownies. And he is just out here spreading fake news. Come on, just die, buddy. The cackling of the mobs is too loud. Say less. Welcome back. How are you doing?
I'm good. So I'm hearing that the cackling of these mobs are so loud they can't hear you.
Yeah, I just turned it down. Is this better, folks?
I have no idea. I can't hear it, so.
They'll let us know. But yeah, Crypto Pheasant said you guys do have Cosmic Brownies. You just haven't been doing your part.
Okay, so Crypto Pheasant is not in this lovely place in the middle of nowhere called Alberta. He is in a different place where they have everything that you guys have.
Is that like Toronto?
It is.
Oh, look at me flexing Canada knowledge. It's just very close to me, like all things considered. It's closer to me than like New York State. So.
I don't think you guys are very close to me, period. We're just like literally in the middle of nowhere.
Well,
it's not really nowhere, but we're in the center where there's like nothing.
that's like the northern part of the. I don't even know why people like live in Alberta in the first place.
We're central.
Central to what?
In Canada.
but every time I look at the population map, it's like there's people in Toronto, there's people in Vancouver, and like more people.
And then there's like, ew, there's people in Alberta.
Yeah, like
Yeah, okay, we're here.
what's the population like in Alberta?
Good question. I don't know. It is. Alberta is the 4th largest province.
Uh, out of how many
There's
provinces?
like 4.2 million people,
Oh, that's not so bad. There's just a lot of land to cover, I guess.
which is good.
It's a good thing. I'm just
If we
surprised.
spread all our people out, everyone can have a little bit of land.
Yeah,
Instead of stack them on top of each other.
the people Anita doesn't like get to move to the northern part of Canada.
What do you mean? Unlike everyone.
Let's relocate Elijah to the northern part of Canada.
You know what? He's actually real close to me too. He's like 3 hours away
See,
if I drive fast.
I wouldn't say that's very close.
That's close enough. It's still within driving distance.
Is 4 hours really a good driving distance, though?
It's not bad. I mean, it's better than taking a 45-minute flight, and that's a waste of time. Like, that's a waste of time and money, truly. Like, to drive to the airport, go through all your airport security and shit just to sit on a plane for 45. You're like, hey, Elijah, I'm here now. You're like, alright.
Why are you here?
Pretty much.
So, are there any expansion projects that Canada's looking at, or are you guys content to living in like Vancouver and Toronto, where a 1 bedroom of like 500 square
Honestly,
feet is $4,000 a month? Oh my god, she dropped again. I'm gonna take that as a yes. What happened to... Oh, I trained skills. Abilities. What is even in Canada? I should help. Here, have a buff on the house. Oh, there are the eggs. See, this is what I miss about Classic, about people actually communicating and doing stuff together. Welcome back.
I wasn't sure because, like, I honestly have to reload twice. And the first time, I'm like, hey, am I back? Nothing happens, right? So I'm like, I have to refresh again. And so I sit there and I'm like, am I back?
Have you tried a different browser?
Right now I'm using Brave. So, you know what? I will try another one.
Yeah, next time it disconnects you, try another one. And then also try maybe incognito mode.
Okay. Because, yeah, I have no idea why it's doing this. It wasn't doing this before.
Yeah, all my tech is also on vacation at this point.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's just like, well, it's the holidays. You didn't say when, so bye.
I have a feeling it could be Microsoft because they're doing all kinds of things right now. Well, trying all kinds of things.
Well, if you can you tell them to kindly stop it?
Well, did you know that they're using all of your information to trade their AI? Like all of the information in your Microsoft
Of
Docs
course.
and spreadsheets?
Of course. Honestly, anything that have in text, they could probably just feed it to it anyways.
Yeah, but like the fucked up part is that it's enabled by default and you need to go like jump through a bunch of hoops to disable it.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. Now I have to go through all my shit.
Yeah, they just hate us. Honestly, AI is bringing out the worst in all of these companies and corporations.
Okay, so what is your prediction for AI in the next 6 years?
That's a difficult one, to be honest with you.
Like, how far advanced do you think they'll be? Because, like, I know they're already coming out with, like, these cooking robots. I don't fully trust them yet. Like, when you see something like this and it's got knives and shit in the kitchen, like, maybe not. And like what Jolrick showed us last time with like the hair cutting bot, like I'm gonna go with a pass on that one too.
Well, I think. Oh, I found the bag. I think, like with everything else, honestly, there's going to be the good and the bad. Like with any other tech, and we've seen it. Oh my god, this thing is gonna kill me. We've seen it before. We've seen people do it with blockchain, because there are great ways to be utilizing it, but we're out here still making like monkey JPEGs, and launching coins with funny names and icons and to the moon. So
Here's a better question. What do you think is going to happen to us, the people, in about 15 years now that AI is going to be doing everything for us? We don't really have to think for ourselves anymore. Everything's automated. What do you think is going to happen to us as a human race?
just AI on its own, while it will have a lot of implications, a huge impact on all of the other things that go into it, I feel like most of our future is dependent on other things. Because realistically, the living conditions for people right now are far from great, far from decent, to be honest, with rent and everything spiking up. So my genuine hope is that we once bulk of the work is taken up by AI, we go back to doing things we were meant to do in the first place. Instead of sitting in cubicles and filling out spreadsheets, maybe like spend actual time with your friends and family, and maybe don't work 18 hours a day, And she's gone. Here, let me pull the tab up just to make sure I see her when she comes back, because I think I'll need to reconnect her. I think give me 1 second. Just want to make sure, because I think I need to re-import you now. Yep. Yes, you are here.
Awesome. So what you were saying.
Oh yeah. So
yeah, living conditions aren't great for people.
pretty much, and honestly, with the younger generations, with how they seem to be having a personal renaissance as an entire generation, so I guess a generational renaissance, and what they're supposed to be doing as opposed to what they're forced into. The entire acceptance that the planet is doomed, that everything is incredibly terrible, the acceptance of that is incredibly liberating, I feel like, and it's very much reflected in the younger generations, because their approach to things is vastly different.
It is so different, and this is probably the reason why, like, as I got older, I'm looking at the younger gen, and I'm like, we weren't like this. Like, I am starting to give them side eyes, and I know I shouldn't. Like, I really shouldn't judge them, right? Because we don't know what it's like for them to grow up. Okay. I don't want to say don't know, because, like, I have a little one, and I'm watching him, and I'm just like, what the hell, child?
Why are you
And
watching
right.
heads pop out of toilets on YouTube?
Like, that's weird, right? Because, like, that's the skibbity toilet thing you were talking about, isn't it? Yes, it is. Like, that weird toilet in the head. Yeah. So I'm like, buddy, like, I need you to learn these things. And he's like, no, it's boring. I don't want to. He hates school. He hates everything to do with school because it's not interesting, right? But if you put, like, Pokemon with a bunch of tokens and, like, I don't know, candy, you could teach him math. He'll learn math that way if you incorporate some Pokemon into it. But, like, normal everyday things, he's like, no, this is boring. I hate it. And, like, why do you guys have to do half the stuff that you guys do? That's boring, too. Right?
Yeah. So honestly, for that, because I hated school. I hated school with a burning passion. It was just all around not. Oh shit! I picked up the wrong thing. It was all around a not good experience for me because I didn't like doing things they wanted me to do in the first place, but also the way most of the teachers handle teaching is just. I understand getting jaded, and a lot of the previous positions I've held, I've been in a similar position to where you're in the system where you just need to comply, and in the end of the day, all you want to do is get through the end of the day, and they also simultaneously have to do that without like murdering a child, which I feel like is a heroic feat.
Honestly, it is. I'm going to tell you the story of, I don't know if I told you, when your kids are in kindergarten, well, I don't know if they do it there, but here, we are voluntold that we have to volunteer for at least 2 days to help with the kindergarten kids. Now, when you have 21 screaming under 5-year-olds in kindergarten, I understand why they'll need some parents to, help herd these kids, because I don't know how she does it. Like, I went home after 2 hours and I was like, I need a nap. Okay, like, my day's not done yet. My day was actually done. The teacher's isn't. So, like, I don't know how she does it. But some of these kids, I'm like, hey, can you form the letter A with your Play-Doh? They're like, no, I don't want to. I'm just going to build whatever I want. And I'm like...
See, I feel like it goes... Oh, she dropped off again. So the incognito tab did not work. She'll be back, I'm assuming, in a different browser.
I've noticed every single time it goes down, my task manager throws me a new browser and Brave that opens. And I don't know why. Weird, right?
Yeah. Who knows what they're doing? But yeah, kids, kindergarten.
A lot. Yeah, this kid was like, I don't want to make this number or letter or whatever. And I was just like, man, I want to yell at this kid so bad. Not my kid. Can't yell at them. They're in kindergarten. You gotta be nice to them. They're learning. I'm just like, ugh. Then you're not gonna get graded for making your capital letters and your lowercase.
Do you want to disappoint your parents? Do you want to be a little puny disappointment, or do you want to make this letter?
They're not trained with Tiger Asian parents, okay? So, like, disappointment doesn't matter. Like, when we hear the word disappointment, we're like, oh, disappointment, what? No, we can't have that.
How am I ever gonna come back from this?
Like, when your Asian parents give you the side eye, you know you're gonna get beat later.
Yeah. I think the only reason I stopped getting my ass beat is because at one point my parents realized I'm just too big. Like, it doesn't do much.
Yeah, that's usually when the beatings stop, because, like, they're like, okay, they're too big. This stick's not big enough. We're not going to hurt him at all. Like, we're probably just scratching an itch for him at this point. Like, we can't beat our kids no more. But beating your kids works. Like, don't abuse your kids. Sometimes if you need to backhand the shit out of them for testing you gotta do it. They're going to remember that.
Alright, somebody call Child Protective Services.
I swear, I don't beat my kid that way. But, if he needs a reminder why he needs discipline in his life, that, parents, you gotta do, okay? Don't not discipline your kids. They will become little menaces. Like me. I'm not a menace.
Honestly, I don't know what my life would have been like if my parents didn't teach me a lesson or two. Because more often than not, A, it's justified, and like B, like I would really deserve it. But on the other hand, every once in a while, I'd get in trouble. I would get disciplined, and I'm like, what the fuck did I do? And then if you ask what it is you did to deserve this, you're just gonna get your ass beat again.
Yeah, just don't. Just whatever you did, apologize right away. Doesn't matter if you think it's your fault or not.
Yeah, it teaches obedience pretty well. See, but going back to the kid who didn't want to make capital lowercase letters out of Play-Doh, it's a bit of a double-edged sword, because there are places in the world where you're forced to learn a lot more things than you are in North America. So they want you to have a broader base of things. Like by the time you graduate from where I'm from, you would know calculus, you would know all of the other sciences to an appropriate degree, and on top of that, they would also teach you how to handle like electrical and stuff, cooking, woodworking.
Dang.
Yeah, but that stuff just makes you so miserable because as a child, like time moves way slower when you're a kid, right?
It does.
And imagine going to school at 7 and getting out at like at 4 to attend like a few tutoring sessions back to back to back, and then like go do sports, and then come back home at like 8 p.m. to do your homework, go to bed, rinse and repeat. Oh, she dropped again. I need webwood. iQuery is that. From every spider that poisoned Ivern collected. The big spider on the inside. And they still need 4 mushrooms. Oh man, they're all gonna be respawned by the time we get out. Welcome back. It hates both of us, if that makes it any better. I can barely hear you, and hang on, I need to plug you back in. Video. Alright, you're back. So, schools in Sweden?
Yeah, so there's a school. Apparently, your kids can go whenever they want, do as they please as well, and they can pick whatever subject that they want to go.
See, I don't think that's a bad thing, but also it's probably a lot more complex than we know. Because looking at it with the information we have, it's like when I was a kid, I wanted to be like a biology major. I wanted to do science. But like honestly, looking back, I just liked animals. And imagine locking into a path at age 12, and then your age like 24, you're graduating university, and you have to go like work with the degree you chose. With the degree you chose when you were 12, and you don't. And what good is a biology degree like at this point in time, unless you're going for a PhD?
That's fair.
So the system just has to be complex because there's just way too much going into it.
I think with kids, you know, we have to let them know that, you know, you're allowed more than one career path, you know. Because when we were young, we were led to believe that, you know, you get one career for the rest of your life. Well, at least I was led to. At most, they're like, okay, if you switch careers to like maybe, you know, 2 different ones, then, you know, we kind of side-eye you, but like at least you've kind of figured it out. That's usually what I used to get. So I was like, okay, so we have to figure out what we wanted to do by the time we're like, what, 17?
Yeah.
And it doesn't make sense.
Yeah. See, so neither is great. Needs to be somewhere in the middle because I do think everyone needs a solid foundation overall.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I wouldn't be able to tell you if getting high school education is enough to cover all the bases, but at the same time, it would cover a lot of things that you don't really need. Oh, somebody just hit level 60.
Oh.
The guy's name is One Taunt. I'm assuming he's a tank. Well, I'm out here collecting mushrooms. Let me pick up chat. Oh, I ever tell you how I got a substitute in trouble? No, she dropped again. I'm assuming I did. Oh, mushrooms. 2 more mushrooms. And I really need to hit like level, is it 14 that I get a cat form? Or bear form first? Mushroom. Cool. Crown of Earth. I gotta go to the top of Teldrassil. Can I? No, I need 6 for both. Maybe on the way back? Probably not, damn. Moonwell and Dalinar. Alright, we gotta save our boy real quick. Oh, I'm a druid, but thanks. Get me. Alright, please don't die. Come on, I gotta run it. Okie doke, we got 5 minutes. almost there. Oh, whoops. Alright, I just want to make sure I hit 6 before it's too late. Because that second level of Wrath will probably do a little better than this. Also starting to get pretty hungry. Okie dokie. Back to Shadow Glen. Oopsie. Oh, I'm so hungry. Alright, finally. Yes. 25 to 30. 10 minutes. Okay, sweet. Welcome back.
I sent the error message back into
Yeah, Paul messaged me. He said you seem to be having just stable connectivity issues. Are you using the tech savvy provided router?
I am. Should I go get a better one?
Maybe.
Like, what do you recommend? I should be asking that.
There is a lot of options depending on what you're looking for and the budget. Because if you're looking for something insane, something very secure, there is Ubiquity, but I think the routers run at like $600 a pop.
Oh, damn. Okay.
But I just picked up a Netgear router for like $120. It does the trick.
Let me see. Okay, so like I don't know the difference between routers.
It's all magic to me too.
What am I supposed to be looking for?
I think I'm the wrong person to ask this because I also don't know much.
Perfect.
Alright, good Paul said. We'll talk
Thank
about
you,
it later.
Paul.
Awesome.
Because, like, I never had this issue before. At least I don't think I did. It only started happening, like, this week. No, last week.
See, last week I also started having problems. They're not quite the same, but it's something to do with the internet because my devices are having difficulties connecting through LAN.
Mm-hmm.
And it started about a week or so ago. I have a feeling Microsoft did something that broke everything.
Because, yeah, in the last little bit, they were saying, hey, make sure you update your computer. It always has, like, that little update thingy happening. And, yeah, I went ahead and I updated. And if you don't update, a bunch of things won't work.
See,
But
that's...
if you do, a bunch of...
But, oh, she dropped again. Alright. She'll be back momentarily, folks. Alright, can you just die? Thank you. Oh, she's back.
Yeah.
Welcome back. What were we talking about?
Well, it was routers.
Oh, yeah, internet, Microsoft updating and breaking things, right?
Yeah, lots of breaking things.
Yeah.
This is weird. Because, like, my internet is fine on every other device. It hasn't cut out. It hasn't anything. And then I walked outside earlier, and my parents were like, our internet's good. Like, okay. So then...
Paul said it might be the weather conditions as well.
But it's warm. Like, okay, I can't open my storm shutters right now because my dad says I'm not allowed to open them during the winter. He was like, yeah, if they freeze, you know, you'll break the hinge or like the spring or whatever. I'm like, all right, I won't touch anything. But anyways, it's warm out today. Warm. Yes, there's still snow on the ground, but it's warm as in like it's melting. And so, you know, it's icy out.
As in like barely over 32 degrees.
You're using Fahrenheit, right?
Yep, barely over 0.
Degrees Celsius. So I'm like, what does that even mean? That doesn't make sense.
32 is 0,
warm.
okay? It's 0.
32 sounds warm.
It's 0. Listen, it's not my fault.
It says 7 degrees out. So, yeah, everything should be melting. My car's going to be brown. Oh, it's going to rain, which means it's going to rain. So, with that, what happens is it actually gives like this little coating to your car, and it's just ice. It's usually what happens if it rains here. So it's almost like the sugar candied fruits, but to your car in ice.
Yeah, I'm just glad I have a garage. Honestly, just thinking back to the days of waking up to go to school, unburying your car.
Do you keep a shovel in it too, so you can shovel your way out?
I just don't park outside anymore.
That's fair. Oh, I wish I didn't have to park outside, but I can't really be like, Mom, Dad, I need your car out of the garage because I'm spoiled. Like, that's nice.
For the thin layer of frost, I think we talked about this, but you could just cover your windshield for the night.
Yeah, you were saying there's like a blanket thingy.
I used to use a regular as blanket. Doesn't have to be particularly thick or anything.
Oh. Huh.
Like a bed sheet might work. So definitely give that a shot.
So I got a message from Crypto Pheasant saying, you know, I've got this new level of mystery happening. Like, is she gonna appear? Is she not? Is she coming back? Is she not?
Yeah, Crypto Pheasant is inviting me to join in Celsius. I can use Celsius, it's just that most of the people I interact with, they know Fahrenheit.
You know, like all the normal people. And then there's us Canadians, eh?
Yeah. We almost had Celsius as a standard until people made it political.
You guys should have kept Celsius as a standard. It makes more sense. And then 0 would actually sound like it's freezing instead of 30.
Or like just oh, she dropped again, damn it. Or just use metric system through and through. No good reason to stick to Imperial, honestly. So we're at an hour at 20 and I'm at level 6, halfway to 7. I really wish I had an item, like a green item somewhere, or more bags, or anything really, anything else. I need 2 more owls. Well, 1 more owl, 2 more lightsabers. If they drop on the first kill. Let's see if this owl has feathers. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Alright, die. This one had feathers. Now, for the lightsabers, I see one over there. Okay, one more fang. Oh, I don't want to fight that guy. Lightsabers. She's back.
Genius. So Paul sent me this thing. And it's a magnetic windshield snow and ice cover. That's genius.
That is pretty good.
Guess who's buying one?
Did it snow a lot for you guys last year?
Last year, no. Last year we had a really mild winter. Like, we didn't even get snow in December. We had 0 snow during Christmas. That is shocking. Because, like, usually it falls and we're all completely screwed. You know, we open the door and we're like, we don't want to go outside. It wasn't that last year. You were like, oh, do I take out my boots or do I keep wearing my sneakers? Like, it was warm. So this year I can't really complain because, you know, if it's warm the year before, you're going to get hit probably the following year.
See, that's what everyone's telling me. And it's kind of cold right now. It's not too bad. I mean, last night was 12. Okay, let me translate that.
As I'm like,
So the formula to translate it is 12 minus 30, negative 18 divided by 12, which is 9, negative 9 degrees.
Negative 9. Okay, that's not bad.
And I think that's about as cold as it got here so far.
That's not bad at all.
And I'm having doubts it will be super cold. It snowed a couple of times, just a little bit. So I'm honestly having doubts that it's gonna get super cold this year.
I think it's gonna be cold for us this year. Oh, so my lash lady, she was like, oh, we got really, really cheap lift passes to, I think, Whistler. She said they were only like $100, but her worry right now was that what if there's no snow on the hill? And I was like, yo, they can't sell passes if there's no snow on the hill, can they? And they have snow seating machines, don't they? Like on ski hills and stuff.
They should.
Like they put a sprinkler out, really, because I've seen them do that shit before too.
They really should.
Like, at the very top, they just like blow a sprinkler, and then it just like magically snows. You know?
But I guess it has to be cold enough. But it should be cold enough. You're in Canada.
Yeah, it's always cold here.
Canada. Where is my trainer? I guess I'll find him later. Oh. I was about to tell you a story about how I got a substitute teacher in trouble.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for you to tell me this.
I was just waiting for you to come back, just making sure you're here. Here, let me just check really quickly, make sure I know what I'm doing. Moon Rage. Is that Moon Rage? Is this Moon Rage? Nope. Okay. So we had this. Oh, she dropped. Son of a bitch. Alright. Give it a moment. Oh, here you are. Yeah, let me plug you in.
You have to do this every single time.
Every time you change browsers.
That's really fucking annoying. I'm sorry.
No, it's alright. We're trying to see if it solves anything. Substitute teacher. So that was like towards the end of the year, my senior year. So most of my classes with seniors, we didn't do much of anything.
Yeah.
And our physics teacher was out, so there was this sub, and the guy looked like a prick. He looked like he gets off on just being a dick to children. I was in a particularly good mood that day, and we had a new kid in class. He didn't talk much, whatever, just a new kid. So I was helping him, explaining a few things. And then the sub comes in, acting like the biggest dickbag I've ever fucking met. Without a good reason for it, he starts picking on the kid, and he's like, I don't see your name on the list. I know you're skipping in this class, so like, do I really have to call security? So I stood up for the guy, and I went, this is literally his first day. I've never seen him in my entire life. I've never seen him in school before. This is first day. If you want, I can go to the main office and get you like something to prove that this is his class. And the fucker told me, why don't you just sit down and let me do my job? So I was like, okay, if that's what you want to do, I guess. So I sit back down. He calls the main office, and surprise, surprise, as it turns out, if somebody spends 4 years in the school, they know how the school works a little bit. Mm-hmm. They told him to send somebody to get the papers. And then he walks up to me and he goes, would you like to go to the main office for me to get like this kid's schedule so we can confirm that he's actually here? And I told him, sir, why don't you just do your job? And he got super upset. And then nobody else wanted to go because everyone heard him being a dick.
Well, yeah.
And then he called security to come in. And I think there was a fight on the other side of campus or something, because the main security guy runs in, and he's like, I don't have fucking time for this. You all are seniors. You know better than this. If this is not your class, just get up and go to your class. I'm not gonna punish you. So if you guys came up, I mean, stood up and walked out because obviously it wasn't their class,
No.
and then you kid just sat there because it's his class, and I've never seen that sub fucking ever again because he couldn't find anyone to send to the main office. He had to like call the office a bunch of time, have them find somebody to send him here, instead of just like just laying low because it's a class full of seniors and nobody really cares. So I've never seen them in school ever again.
That's what happens, right? Like, power trip much?
Pretty much.
Teachers. Like, I understand the ones that, like, want to do their jobs, but, like, I don't know. What's wrong with kids that want to actually sit and listen to your lecture?
Oh, subs
I'd rather
don't
them
lecture.
be
Subs don't do anything.
Yeah, but at least they're in class and not painting the town red.
That's fair. No, we still got to do that a whole lot. I went to a public school. Oh, she's not here anymore. Lake Alameth. Welcome back.
Oh, you can hear me. So I was talking through the whole thing. I'm like, I don't know if you can still hear me, but that like reminds me of, do you remember when they told kids that when they're over 14 or something, they can't trick or treat anymore?
No, never heard about that.
It was somewhere in the States. They were saying like, oh, when kids are too old, they shouldn't be going around asking for treats anymore. And I was like, dude, I was trick-or-treating all the way up until I was like in grade 12. Why? Because I look like a child, first of all. I'm like a midget. So if I put a mask on, I pretty much pass as a kid. But would you rather me be toilet papering your house or just going around to get candy? Because I have all the time in the world on Halloween night with all my friends.
I'm literally unemployed.
Candy, I'm gonna go around too.
Exactly.
You know?
See, that sounds fun.
Why are we giving like an age limit to, you know, all the fun activities that kids used to do? We shouldn't give them an age limit. Let them be kids, you know?
Because, I mean, people just like to make things more complicated than they have to be.
I feel like there is just way too many Karens in the world now.
See, that's what
Stop it, Karen.
that's what happens when people get unrestricted access to public space whenever they go in the forum to speak with people who will listen. People's heads are too big.
Oh, I agree. My kid went through a phase where he was pretending to be a Karen, and he was like, oh, I'm gonna SUE them. And I was like, bruh.
I don't think your allowance is enough to retain a lawyer right now.
First of all, correct. Like, where are you gonna get the money to go and retain your lawyer? Second of all, I'm pretty sure that was a you problem to begin with. Like, if you're not using things correctly, you can't go and try and shit on someone else for it, okay?
You're supposed to be born in the United States to do that, kid. It's our thing.
Canadians. Yeah. Us Canadians, we apologize even if we're the ones who fucked it up, okay? Even if they doesn't matter. We're just like, hey, I'm sorry to bother you, and they're like, we're like, yeah, I know it's a you problem, but like, I'm sorry, I have to bring it to your attention.
That you fucked around and found out. Oh, have you ever heard about American tourists going abroad and pretending to be Canadians?
No.
Apparently that's
Do
a
they
thing.
get better treatment? Is this a thing?
I think that's why they do it. I don't think there would be much of a preferential treatment.
Holy shit, wait a minute. I think I've heard about this where they're like, oh, we have like these Velcro patches on our backpacks, and they switch it over to the Canadian one.
Yep.
Like, they'll put a Canadian flag on their backpacks.
Yep.
Okay, so like in your guys' defense, you guys aren't bad, okay? There's always like a bad egg from every country or like a handful of them, okay? And usually those ones are the ones that ruin everyone's names.
Yeah. We're just like United States is just always in the public eye. all the stupid things we do, the rest of the world can see. And to be fair, we're exceptionally good at making terrible decisions.
Well, there's also the we're gonna point our gun at you first, and so we're kind of like, no guns, just hot coffee and hockey sticks.
Hockey sticks. How do you feel? When was the last time the Canadian team won the Stanley Cup? Because I feel like the last 4 years, like Tampa Bay won twice. What are you guys doing over there?
Crypto Pheasant, when is the last time Canadians won anything hockey?
Well, not anything,
That
Stanley
was
Cup.
important?
And I think
He said Stanley Cup. I was just gonna say anything because I'm thinking of the Oilers, and we're great.
well, at least you're not Canucks.
We're fantastic. The Oilers.
1993. He said 1993. Guys, come
Thank you.
on. Oh. Oh, guys, come on. So, oh, she dropped. I was gonna ask what happens when Vermont starts making better maple syrup. God, I really need like a mace. Alright, I guess I can't use a mace yet, can I? Oh, it doesn't show it here. I thought I was supposed to. Well, anyway. Anita, we can't hear you. You can hear her? Can you hear her now? Okay. Oh, I need one more Falcon. Yeah, she'll be back. She always comes back. Oh, these are the wrong quests. Let's see. Hello.
Hi.
Star Breeze Village.
So, how's the team doing?
Crypto Pheasant said that his team hasn't won since 1967.
1967.
Yep.
Wow. Do you feel all that pride oozing from you?
Me? No, I don't really watch hockey. But we do win Super Bowl every year. Oh.
Sorry, I missed what you last said because I was getting a phone call, so it cut you out.
Oh.
My
Oh,
headphones.
I said that I don't watch hockey all that much, but I said that we do win Super Bowl every year.
Well, the Super Bowl. I don't watch any of the sports.
You know, I never used to watch sports, but then I worked at the casino. And the sports is just always on. So you either watch the sports or you watch somebody play a slot machine.
Okay, so when I worked at, it was called Uplands. It's where the horses are. It was horse racing, so they had like a little casino inside. Worked at the restaurant, and I used to actually just sit there and watch people play slot machines because it's interesting.
It's fun.
It's not like it's me losing money, right? I'm just going through the same motions as them mentally and enjoying while not paying for it.
Just free dopamine.
Yeah, so like it's pretty much the same thing as if you were to like download a free slot machine onto your phone and you're sitting there, you're like, yeah, I got a jackpot, but it's not real money, it's all just fake money.
Yep. I've seen people do crazy things. Like the high rollers especially doing something like $40,000 per spin.
That's That's a lot. Like anything over probably like the 25 cents per spin per line for me is already a little too expensive because I'm like, that's almost like a Happy Meal per spin. Like I can eat 2 and be very happy right now. Do I donate to the casino?
Yeah. I've seen people win and lose ridiculous amounts of money before.
Yeah, I don't know how they do it. Like I can't. I have too much of that Chinese blood.
Oh, the biggest.
Like, what do you think you're doing? You can eat with that. I'm like, okay, let me put it back in my pocket.
So, casinos in South Florida, all of the big high rollers in South Florida, they're all Vietnamese.
Ah, they're probably like super quick. Their eyes and the math.
Oh, too quick for their own good. Oh, she dropped. She'll be back. Oh, Pheasant, I'm not a Chiefs fan, honestly. Very much not a Chiefs fan. I rooted for Tampa when we were in Tampa. When they won the Super Bowl, and then I think at this point, I'm all for Detroit Lions. Last year they did pretty well. They're doing amazing this year. Oh, Crypto Pheasant, I gotta tell you about the Chiefs. So during the 2020 Super Bowl, I was in the casino on the shift, and it was Chiefs versus Buccaneers. So the entire casino was filled with fans. They were there mostly to just watch the game, and one of the Chiefs fan, and the guy was super short. I'm 5'7", the guy's probably like 5'4". He had a jersey on that was way too big for him. He had a headdress with feathers and everything, and his jersey read, I'm a chief, bitch." And he was playing on the slot machine right in front of the blackjack table I was at, and it was the most entertaining thing to watch, just seeing him lose all of his hope after the first few touchdowns, and then when Mahomes started panicking with the ball, how his entire demeanor changed from this cocky 5-foot guy back to what he was before he put the jersey on. But to be fair, it was pretty difficult to watch the game because honestly, Mahomes was doing really well. Huge props to him, and then he just got too rattled. Alright, Zen, follow Hoof, eat dirt. Dolinar. Southeast of the entrance to Darnassus. Oh, I got ways to go before that. I'm not worried about that for now. I don't know if he won anything because he was playing slot machines. And honestly, I don't know how much money you would need to win to to come back from what he was experiencing. He didn't seem like a very pleasant guy to be around, to be honest. Alright, I'm finally getting a weapon that's an actual weapon, not just a stick. Retrieve relics of awakening and bring them. That's in the cave somewhere out this way. to be fair, his guys would go in to win a couple, but then, well, yeah, that's true. Honestly, it was just good to see Brady win one last time, and it was really good to see Buccaneers win because they typically don't. Welcome back, Anita. I'm having a conversation with Crypto Pheasant.
Oh, I'm so like mad because like I'm talking halfway to get cut off, and then I'm like, I need to connect again, and then it takes a lot longer than I anticipate.
Yeah.
I come back and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck is happening.
It just likes to be difficult, it seems.
I know. It's because it loves me so much.
Yeah, why else would it be like this?
So, what you got planned for this weekend? Christmas shopping.
Yeah, more Christmas shopping. Gonna take my mom out for dinner tonight. And we'll probably drive up to Chicago. She just dropped again. Let's see. Crypto Pheasant said, yeah, that, and it was like a generational matchup between Brady and Mahomes. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the GOAT versus the next big thing. Where am I supposed to be going here? Sorry, let me just figure out what I'm doing. Then to the west. So right there? I feel like I should watch more hockey. Hockey feels like a very, very engaging sport. How do you feel about soccer? Oh, that's north. I'm stupid. I'm supposed to be going west. To the west. That's northwest. I can't believe I don't remember all of this stuff with how much I spent. How much time I spent playing here. Playoffs are usually incredible, but the regular season is blah. Oh yeah, you're probably right. I've seen a single... Agrel? I've seen a single soccer match in person. It was Barcelona-Napoli. And while being at the stadium and just the overall experience is great. The most exciting thing about the entire match was somebody on Team Barcelona just scoring on their own goal. Other than that, there was just a lot of running back and forth. So you're Italian and you're a Juventus fan. My wife is a big soccer fan. She's a Barcelona fan. Oh, and I don't really want to dox myself, but I guess I can tell you without revealing too much. I met this guy. And he's British, so he stood out. So we got to talking. And apparently, he is a professional... Well, I mean, like, to be fair, when you have a once in a generation talent on your team, what other choice do you have but to smoke all other teams? Oh, Anita was talking to the mic the entire time. You've been disconnected for a minute now. Oh, shoot. People are so nice on the classic servers. Oh shit, I aggroed an extra. Am I gonna die here? Am I even doing the right quest? Den to the west. Slum. No, this is the wrong freaking place. Welcome back. Uh-oh, she dropped again. Well, the orcs probably do the same grunting noise they did back in 2006. Now you're back.
I'm back! Yay!
Oh, I can definitely see connectivity issues right now.
Yeah?
Alright, okay, you're back. You're back in full capacity. Welcome back.
Ooh, yay! Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I asked a very stupid question because I can't hear your gameplay at all. I can only hear nothing. And so I've been curious about what the orcs actually sound like now.
I would say they sound about the same. Here, I just shared the screen if you can see it or not.
Nice.
And I'm not playing Horde, I'm on Alliance. I'm reliving the glory days, I suppose. Because this is exactly how I started all the time ago. It was me and two friends of mine. And we played on a pirated server because we couldn't afford the official subscription. And everything was broken. None of the mobs did what they were supposed to do. Half of the quests didn't work. The game still worked. I mean, the game was still enjoyable. Surprisingly, or not.
But I guess that's what they mean. You get what you pay for.
Yeah, pretty much.
But hey, if I was a teen and I didn't have a whole lot, then, you know, I'd probably pirate all this shit too.
Yeah, well, that's one thing, and in the old country, like, paying for a licensed product really isn't a thing.
So that was my next question. Like, what did you actually pay for? Because, like, when I had a Game Boy, I'm sorry, Nintendo, but I had an R4, so we would rip ROMs and we would play.
Yep. I had a bootleg Sega and a bootleg Dendy, which is the bootleg NES.
Interesting. Okay, so I saw like the old console thingy, and those things are huge. Like, these are like the handhelds that came before our Game Boys, right? Those things are massive. But they're kind of cool to look back on. Have you, do you have a bunch of like those old ass handheld consoles?
I don't have the older ones. I don't even know where they are, honestly. I do still have my PSP. And from what I understand, in the emulator community, PSP is like the holy grail because the hardware is decent.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know because I had a PSP sitting in my car for like years.
Yeah.
It was just sitting there.
If you homebrew it, if you crack it, you can play any games from any platform up to probably like PlayStation 2.
That's not bad. Again, I was telling a crypto pheasant this one day that I really enjoyed playing Parappa the Rapper. worst graphics ever. But like when the PlayStation first came out and they had like the demo disc, do you remember?
No, I never played it, but I know
yeah.
the game.
But like Parappa the Rapper was on it, and I was like, oh my god, this is so cool. Yeah, one of my first favorite ones. It was ridiculous, but it was pretty funny to play.
You ever played Conker's Bad Fur Day?
It sounds familiar. I don't think so.
It was on N64. I don't remember if it was R-rated, but it was like a game for adults with like all the cute, crude humor and stuff. Like one of the levels is you're like walking on poop for most of it, stuff like that. Should you see it again? And either you're out if you can hear me.
Back.
Welcome back.
I was gonna say if it drops out again in the next 5, I'm just gonna stay off.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna wrap up here in a bit anyway. Oh, but yeah, bootleg games was the only way to do it.
Bootleg games were super fun. Like, I don't know if it's because they're bootleg or like what it was. Like, having an access to like a giant ass library of games is type of stuff when you were young.
Yeah, and there were some super bootleg consoles as well. They would come with games in it. And they would be marketed as a Sega with like 300 games in it, but 100 out of the 300 are just Sonic the Hedgehog starting at different levels.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, they used to have like a fucking Mario one about that too. Like, you'd get your like, I don't know, 500 games in one, and then you'd have like 900 different versions of Mario.
Yeah.
Like, is this glitch version? Because like everything's all fucked up as you keep going. Like, there's no floor where there should be floor.
Yeah.
Like, yo, you try and jump, and there's like that little spacing where you should die, but you actually land on it and you can still walk. So you're like, what the hell is happening?
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm almost dying here. I'm just trying to live.
So I am super excited to actually do this holiday hangout with everyone because oh, that reminds me. Are you gonna wear a Santa hat?
Not a Santa hat, but I do have something.
Because I'm debating if I want to be festive.
You should be festive.
Like, what? Well, I'm gonna fix my hair first of all. Let's get all this weird faded copper and shit back to the nice bright red. Let's be festive. Yeah, we should watch Elf.
Elf?
Together. Yeah.
I don't think YouTube will like it very much.
Or like, we should have like a movie thing with our community. That would be kind of cool.
Twitch has something like that. It's called Twitch Watch Together. Where you can watch Prime, the stuff that's on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, we should do that. Like, cause like, okay, not everyone wants to listen to me talk for 3 hours, so if not more, you know, I talk a lot, so I'm sorry. But you know, it would be interesting to have like a Christmas movies, you know, hangout type deal. Cause like usually people watch movies during Christmas time.
I'm with it.
And, like, if I could make everyone hot chocolate, I totally would, but You know, y'all not here in Canada, so.
Oh my god, am I gonna die?
No, don't die!
Okay.
You're
I'm-
just like standing there taking a beating from them.
I was trying to heal.
Oh.
Yeah, I think I'm out. I think I'm good. Freaking bear people. I just hope I don't run into more on the outside. Oh god, they're still chasing. Are they gonna keep chasing? Oh god, there are more bear people here. Oh my god, leave me alone. Oh, she dropped again. I think she's staying out now. Alright, folks. I feel like this is a good time to wrap things up. Let me just hit a transition here. Alright, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. Anita did speak about the hangout. It's going to take place. I will tell you for sure. Don't want to mess up the dates because I tend to do so fairly frequently. That's it. On December 24th, thank you, good Paul. We're going to be hanging out in Discord, playing some games, playing Discord activities. Turn up. Let's do something fun, something comforting even. And we're also going to be here on New Year's Eve. And we'll be continuing our streams throughout. So we have Mission Control every other week on Tuesdays. And we have LFG Game On every Friday on the alternating Tuesdays where we do not have Mission Control. Other than that, I think that's about all I have. Thank you so much for tuning in. Do not forget to do your Christmas shopping. Right now is probably the best time because any later is going to be worse. But other than that, thank you so much for tuning in and I'll be seeing you later. Okay, bye.